Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
What's up, K.I.D? I know it's been a minute. Hey, I know. Look, I've had a lot going on. I had to move out of the house. I recently got a new job, so I've started paying for all my stuff. So I've had a lot on my plate. I've had a lot of responsibility. Plus, I'm in classes too, K.I.D. Like, I'm for real on my grind. But I promised y'all I was gonna come up with some content, and I know it's a lot late, but I really took my time, and you're gonna notice in the editing, K.I.D, I really did this right. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's gonna be a lot of different emotions, a lot of different clips, a lot of things you're gonna see in this video that may not mesh together, but the way I set it up, it's a nice little storyline, so I hope y'all just enjoy it. And a quick shout out to my boy Jack Dobson. That man, first of all, goated, except for the fact that he spilled whiskey all on my car. You'll see that later in this video. Well, you won't see it, but you'll hear about it. Except for that, this man's a goat. He's helped me with some ideas I've been spitting, and we're actually having this released together. So if you're checking out my video right now, you go check out him, check out his channel, Instagram, all that shit. I'll put in the description. So I appreciate y'all, yo, and so that's it. I appreciate y'all, K.I.D. Y'all just like the video, subscribe, pull up, send it around. Mostly just sit back and fucking relax, K.I.D. Enjoy the content, because I got a long one for y'all today.
Flex out. Oh,
this bitch is
clean. She's so cool, bro. That's my boy. That's the gang.
She said, hop off, Drew. Hop off. Dude, I think I'm pulling up a little vlog again. I've just been naturally, yeah, just kind of videotaping some shit.
What do you gotta do? If you want, I heard you said you wanted to start vlogging again. What do you gotta do? Unless you want to talk to it. Just want to be like, yo, we're here at the beach.
Like we are. Like what is that camera doing there? Like, Max, did you plan this?
Yeah, it's a little.
It's like fine Waldo. Like, there's Waldo.
My cinematography in this vlog. But we're here at the beach. We're gonna surf, and we're gonna have a good time. Transition. Oh, this wax Schulze?
Is it sex wax?
Yes.
Then no, because I had sex with that wax. Because I make my own sex wax. It's definitely way too windy for the cam to hear us. I gotta hide behind
Jack. Then you gotta hide behind the.
Tell us a joke, bro. Tell us a joke. That is tough. Alright, editing. Why are you a better surfer?
Why, Max?
Because you actually surf.
A better surfer than us. Dicks in your hands while I get in the water.
My dick is not in my hand.
Why is he such a hater?
That's, oh my god! That's gay!
That's actually wrong.
Look at him, he's so wrong! Hi, I'm Max. I'm gonna go catch a wave. Oh, that shit was just grinding. Yeah. Hey, look at these bitch ass boys. Hey, welcome to mi casa. Su casa de Max. Su casa de Max. It's like Maximus, like Jack, Gladiator. What? Maximus! Should I film him taking a piss? I think it would be cinematic to film him taking a piss.
Oh, walk the beach there. What is that?
Yeah, that's not the beach, that's the fucking inlet. All this talk of Max wanting to go rock climbing in Melbourne. Meanwhile, all we had to do was come here. Right there?
Yeah, I want to go to the beach after.
Alright, bet. Let's go! So why the video of me and Jingles playing and all that? Well, not only is that the first night of the phase I decided to enter, but that's the last time anybody's gonna see me wearing that watch. Unfortunately, it was lost or stolen. What happened, I'm not sure, and it's a long story that I'm not gonna get into. Partially because it's fucking heartbreaking. Secondly, because it really doesn't matter. The point of this section in the video is to kind of discuss, first of all, where I've been at. I've been MIA on this channel, and I'm usually somewhat consistent. You know, I like throwing up a video at least every once in a while. But also, I think it's a lot for me. I've been doing a lot of writing recently, because it's good for my mental to kind of look at past events and stuff. But when things are fresh in my memory, it's much easier for me to just talk and make a video about it and record it than it is for me to write about it. I'd much rather kind of look back on this later and then try to figure all my shit out, you know, from there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Before I get any further, I think it's kind of important to give you guys some background about kind of how I got to this spot I'm at. So as some of you may know, I just transferred to FSU, or at least at the time of these videos, I had just transferred to FSU. But that entire year before, I had decided by my own choice to stay at home, save my parents some money, and save me the move, and just take online classes and just enjoy living in Vero Beach, you know, amongst this COVID era we came across. And throughout that time, I don't know if it was just being at home, you know, when so many people were away, or it was just doing the same thing, you know, day after day, but whatever it was, it really had quite an impact on my mental. It was just a constant grinding down of like my happiness, and that sounds uber depressing, and it kind of was to an extent, but I think it was just doing the same shit all the time and just not feeling accomplished at all. You know, despite, you know, doing well in school and having a job, everything just felt very stagnant, and that was kind of crushing, especially when it was all the closest people that I loved the most were gone. You know, my friends who I consider family, who were thousands of miles away, even if they're only a few hours away, it was very tough for me to wrap that around my head. Even though I've dealt with that my whole life, of people not necessarily being in the same state as me, you know, people like my best friend and my family. I was able to manage that previously, but there was just so many people I was used to seeing on a regular basis who just weren't there anymore. Somewhere in the second semester, I kind of lost who I was as a person. I think it's all the people who I was used to seeing and used to being with, you know, I didn't realize how much they really kept me in check. How, you know, they kept me, you know, being the funny person and always having a humor, you know, a sense of humor about everything. They kept me motivated. They kept me, you know, with a smile on my face. And without that, I kind of lost touch with who I was. And the few weeks leading up to some of these videos I'm about to show you, which I usually wouldn't, but I think it's important that I do. I had experienced some things that was very heartbreaking, and I had finally realized that I kind of lost that person that I used to be. And I've always, you know, kind of dealt with anxiety to a pretty big extent throughout my life, but at this point, it was just way too much to take in. And me and a lot of my friends had been through so much in these last few weeks, months, and even, you know, just recent history. There was just a lot of emotions that was going on between me and also a lot of my friends who had been through some serious struggles in that same time. And I think it was a lot of the same things that we were going through. But then with a lot of my best friends and the closest people I talk with on a regular basis, they were going through different things, you know, that I, you know, could or sometimes I couldn't relate to. But we had the same feelings about, you know, the different situations we're in. And that ended up leading to a good, at least for me, you know, good two or 3 weeks of just straight binge drinking. I knew at this point in life, you know, I was down real bad and I was drinking a lot. I really did not need to be smoking. And I also knew that I had a drug test coming up. I didn't think I would have to take it until I was in Tallahassee, but it was for a job I was supposed to get. And as you can probably imagine with this, you know, this when it rains it pours type shit going on. I didn't get the job. I failed the drug test. I was smoking, I wouldn't say heavily because I knew I didn't need to be doing it. But there was a few nights where I just fucking let loose. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, nothing could be as bad as how I feel already. So who really cares? And I actually remember telling my friend Drew one day when I was super hungover, I was sitting there throwing up. I felt awful. And I look at him, I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this. And he's like, yeah, like drinking can be fun. I'm like, no. I like throwing up because I'm like hurting myself. And I think it was at that point when I realized I was fucked. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's been down bad like that. I don't think it's unique or anything like that. But for me, I had never been to that point. I've been at rock bottom before with a lot of different things, but it was usually things I couldn't control. This situation, there was a lot of things I couldn't control that led me to feeling this way, but I certainly pushed myself past the point of return. So at some point, I'm not really sure when, I decided I was going to turn things around, you know, and start being better and start doing things a better way and just start being smarter in general. You know what I'm saying? Making better decisions, treating people better. And I did. I certainly did for the most part. And during that time, the one thing I had been doing every single day was taking care of my parents' property. It's a very important thing for them, and for that reason, it became a very important thing for me. Going out there every day, watering the plants, making sure everything was taken care of to my best of my ability, you know, while they were gone at work. It was something that I took pride in, and one of the few things I actually cared about. And just when I thought shit couldn't get any worse, I had lost my $10,000 watch. I had been sucked under my dirt bike and completely torn up my leg and shit. I had lost a job. But I saw this bird, this little tiny frail-ass baby bird sitting there squawking. And I was looking around because like, that sounds loud as hell. I'm looking in the trees and then I see him on the ground. I'm like, whoa, legit don't have a mama or nothing. So I waited for a minute, sat there watering the plants. No one came to him. No other birds were around. So I scooped him up. I figured, you know, I'll take him home and save him, blah, blah, blah. And my parents were gone at this time. So I asked them like, yo, what should I get? They're like, get some worms. I couldn't find anywhere with worms, but I just fed the fucker pistachios and he was loving it. I was giving him water, gave him some milk, you know, just whatever, and he was doing good. I also fed him some yogurt. He was happy. Put him in a little box, got a little environment for him set up. My parents came home about 2 days later, and he was still doing great. He was eating every day. If he wanted food, he'd just squawk. And we're going to keep him for a few days longer. I think we had him for maybe 5 to 7 days, and we were going to take him out to the property. Now, unfortunately, he didn't make it. Legit died. It didn't bother me, and shit like that doesn't bother me. Especially death is just something that does not faze me. But just like everything on top of everything, and then fucking that at the very end. And I'm just like, damn, bro, do I have anything to look forward to? So I'm just dropping that knowledge on y'all, letting y'all know what's good. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and kind of the place I'm able to get out by the end of it. And this wasn't the summer I was expecting or I had hoped for, but it's certainly something I keep on saying certainly. God, that's certainly ugly ass. It's definitely something I needed. I needed, it had been a while since I had come across any, just something, bro, you know, just doing nothing for a year. Like, damn, I'd rather feel like shit than feel like indifferent or feel like nothing. I've come across some good challenges this summer, and as tough as it was at a lot of points, I think it has made me a better person, and that's all you can ask for. Good morning. It's 2 o'clock, bitch. I'm playing. Let me not be so aggressive with y'all this morning. I know y'all seen possibly, maybe you're seeing it now, a lot of the different recipes and stuff I've been cooking up, being in the apartment by myself, in the studio locked down. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake said, I'm locked down in the condo, not taking calls or something. I don't know what he said. Big respect to my boy Drew. My boy Drew put me on this. He didn't really tell me the recipe, but he obviously said you got to use that. I don't have cinnamon, but you got to use that brown sugar and you hit some syrup on it. But man, I took a bite out of his shit and I was like, no homo. And I was like, damn, this is some good ass French toast. Cooking in quarantine really like did something for me, bro. It really gave me a fucking, first of all, a hobby, just some shit to do. Cause all I do is eat when I'm bored, and bruh, I'd be broke already. paying for my own shit here, bro, I would have been broke. I would have hit Bojangles about 4 times a day, and it'd be over with, bro. And I eat well, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to just fucking... It's just a nice thing, bro. Like, you got a girlfriend, you got moms, you got, auntie come over, and they like a certain type of food. You can just cook it without any type of hesitation or doubt in yourself. All it takes is a little bit of practice. All right, we back. I just had to clean up a little bit. But as you can see, I got this... I got the strawberries, I got the maple syrup, and I don't have powdered sugar. It's supposed to be like a white powdered sugar, but I do have some light brown sugar, which I'm gonna use instead. But I took a bowl of egg, just literally 1 egg, and I mixed it in with some butter. I put a little bit of butter on the pan since I already did butter in the egg, and then you have this nice little, this nice little mix. I just dunked the pieces of bread in there, made sure it's on both sides. You cook it in a pan. Boom. That's literally it. Like, cooking is so simple. I was trying to put my boy on Adam the other day. Look, bro, there's not much to it. I told him this. I said there's 2 things you gotta do. You look up a recipe and you don't follow it. All you need to know is what's in the shit and roughly what to do, and just do it yourself. Because if you try to follow a recipe, I'm going to guarantee you're going to fuck it up because you're going to try too hard to do somebody else's version of shit. I might have to come up with y'all with some more cooking shit for y'all. But here, let me get y'all this finished product. Ooh, bruh. You watch that syrup hit? Oh my god, son. Oh, I didn't cut it in half. You bomb! Oh my god. Alright, I can fix it. People got these cooking channels. They tell you all this time how to cook food. They do a whole video, and then at the end of the video, they go, yeah, like it wasn't supposed to be good. Like, what? My phone continues to keep falling down. Let me just get on the floor and talk to y'all. My boy Drew definitely used some egg, bro, because there's no way. The taste is just, it's different. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a really rough fucking, I want to say few months, few weeks, but like since COVID, like I can't take this shit serious with this girl's ass all over my face. Let me get it right. Hold on. All right, I feel like this is good. We all set up. I don't know. It's been since COVID started. This whole life thing, trying to figure out everything. You know what I'm saying? At such a young age, I'm not even 19 yet, and everybody, worried about different things. There's lots to worry about. They say don't worry, don't stress, but let's be honest, there's a lot to worry about. It's crazy. There's a lot of shit. And during COVID, there was just like, it just sucked. Like, we all know, like, there was things everybody had to go through that just wasn't pleasant. It just wasn't nice at all. I don't know, the whole point of me even starting this little clip, it took me watching this movie, Denzel Washington movie, so you know that bitch goated. But as you guys know, maybe you don't, during COVID, just to find something to do, to find something to focus on other than learning how to cook and family time and, spending time with my girlfriend and stuff like that. I had to find something to distract myself, to learn something, just to feel valuable as a person, and just to, just to accomplish something, to kind of have that like self-pride and to feel that like worth and value. And I grinded my ass off for it. I really did. Like, it took me a year. I could have done it in 8 months easily. I had a lot of setbacks, with anything. I had a lot of things that pushed me, back in time and made me have to work even harder. And there was times I was like, I'm not getting this shit. But I got my pilot's license. And, like, how many motherfuckers do you know at 18 years old got their pilot's license? There's not a lot. I won't lie. There's not a lot. But I didn't feel special about it. I did it, and I was like, all right, what's the next thing? I didn't give a fuck about that. I was trying to go get AC certified and pool certified. I was trying to go, because in life, when we accomplish something, it feels good for about 10 seconds, and then it's right on to the next. Like, all right, what's popping next? At least that's how I am. It's just like, what can I accomplish next to make me, to get that extra dose of happiness and shit. But I watched this movie, and I won't spoil the end of the movie, but it made me realize how important this is, at least to me. This is my front and back of my pilot certificate. And I I can only fly, you know what I'm saying, single engine land planes. You can get different ratings and that will lift limitations to where you can fly dual engine, you can fly IFR clearance in certain weather conditions. You can do all this shit. But at the end of the day, bro, this little bullshit placard card that looks just like every other credit card in my damn wallet, this tells me and sets me apart because I can fly a plane and you can't. And it's not no pride shit. I'm not sitting here talking shit. I guess the lesson is, this was issued February 3rd. Today is, I think, June something, June 6th, June 7th. It took me 4 or 5 months after getting it, not just when I started in March of 2020, right when COVID hit, towards the end of March. It's taken me over a year and some odd months to figure out that this is worthwhile. I can't make any money from it at this point, technically. I don't even fly. I haven't flown since I got the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? But I realized today that, you know what I'm saying, like, the hard work I put in, like, it does mean something. And, like, that shit, this is really long and drawn out, but it's important to understand, like, the things that you do now will be good for you later. And I think that's something I just need to remind myself of. Just every good thing that happens to you can be another good thing that happens to you, just in the same way that every bad thing that happens to you can spiral. And I think that's more so the lesson I've seen in the last few months. Like, bad shit happens and I'm like, ain't gonna get no more worse than this, right? Come on, K.I.D. What, it's gonna get worse than this? Yes, it's going to. Because momentum's a bitch, bro. Whether you're going down or up, like, if it's in your favor or not in your favor, that shit's gonna spit and it's gonna keep going and it's gonna roll. But things like this, I just gotta remember. And I think everybody's got one of these in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what the fuck you do. Maybe you're like a black belt or some shit. I don't know. Coming back, if he's saying what's smoking up on the back, when a bitch wanna play, I'ma blow the strap. He ain't using his head, put it in his lap. He ain't about to tell that he only rap. I'm in the bands inside the track. Every manifestation I'm calling rap. No! I figured out what the problem was.
Tore them bitches up, son.
Two points is 2 points, baby. Just kidding. Jinky. Give me the paw. Paw. Jingles. Good girl.
Recording audio. The video just started here. Like, ding. That's the video starting.
Oh, this will be cool.
Schulze, take this.
Take. Wedge.
And I am ready when you are.